Hi everyone, my name is Samuel Dolbag, a DaVinci Resolve certified trainer, and today I'm going to give you a detailed and quick breakdown of how to edit in the edit page of DaVinci Resolve using the free version 18.5. I'm going to take it step by step, so in case you're new in DaVinci or planning to move to DaVinci, then this is for you. Come on, let's jump right into it. So let's say you have your DaVinci opened already. When you open it, this is what you get. Okay, you've got different pages in DaVinci Resolve, and right here is our edit page. This is our edit page here. So this is where we are focusing on today. So here I've got two footage, which something I shot a while ago, an interview, which I'm going to use for this tutorial. First of all, you want to import your footage into DaVinci so you can edit. I did a very detailed video. I'm going to attach the link so that you can go watch how to import videos, your footage into DaVinci for better understanding. So what you do quickly is when you come here and you right click, you see it gives you this option and you come to import media. So when you click import media, it takes you to where your footage is. You click it and it comes into this place here. You see your footage here. Okay, that is one easy way. Another way is you come into file and then you go to import media. You go to import media and then you click it. It takes you to the same place where you import your media into DaVinci Resolve. So let's say we've already done that. Now, one important thing which you need to look at, you need to know the information of your footage which you have here. You can use this here to increase the size of your footage so you can see it properly. You increase it or you decrease it, to suit your need. It's also very important that you set up your project properly, and in order to set up your project properly, you need to know a little bit detail about your footage, like the frame rate. You need to know the frame rate so you can set DaVinci to the proper frame rate to match your footage so that your playback can be very smooth. And then how do you do that? First of all, let's look at the detail of this footage. Now, these are different viewpoints here to view our footage. If you click here, it displays like this, so you don't see much detailed information. When you click this one, this is what you have, like a thumbnail. But when you come here, it gives you more information. When you scroll here, you can see what it gives you: start TC, time code, end time code, duration of the clip, frames, type, resolution, frames per second, audio channel. You see a lot. It gives you a lot of detail about the footage, which is going to help you. But another way to view this is when you come here where you have quick exports, mixer, metadata, inspector. Where you want to come to is your metadata. Okay, and then when you click your metadata, this is what it shows you here. As you can see, this is the detail. It gives us detail of our footage. H.264, the codec frame rate 25. The resolution is 3840 by 2160, which is 4K. The audio detail 48,000 hertz. Double channel, which is left and right recorded. It shows you every information and when it was actually shot, the date it was shot. It gives you everything, so it helps you. As you can see, it's 25 frames per second. Okay, and then when you click it again, the information goes right. So I'm going to come back here. I love to view my stuff like this. So to set your project up, you're going to come here to this wheel knob here. When you click it, it opens this page for you. And then you come here, timeline resolution. We are here on master settings, right? And then we come to timeline resolution. So our footage is in 4K. Now it's optional. Do you want to edit in 4K or you want to edit in full HD? It all depends. You can always change it here. If you want to edit it in 4K, that's your choice. You put it in 4K. If you want to edit in 1080p, you can always do that. But I have mine set to 1920 by 1080 p HD, which is full HD. Okay. So, and then another thing you want to change is here, timeline frame rate. When you come here, you have different frame rates. But now remember, what is the frame rate of your footage? Frame rate of our footage was 25. So you want to put this at 25. And then playback frame rate should be the same as your timeline frame rate so that your footage can play back smoothly. So you come here to video format, gives you HD, 1080p, 25 frames per second, the same setting here. And then every other thing you don't need to stress yourself about, okay? And then once you do that, you click save, okay? Yeah. So now we've set up our project, right? We've also seen how to import footage. If this video has been helpful so far, please remember to click the subscribe button and remember to share this video also. Here is your timeline. So you can drag your footage and you drop it on your timeline. When you drag it there and you play, this is what you have. All right, I'm just going to mute the audio so it doesn't distract us. So when you play back, this is what you have, as you can see, okay? I want us to view this in a different way, whereby we have a preview monitor and then we have a program monitor. And in order to get that, you need to come here. When you look at this icon here, this icon at the top left, at the top right, sorry, dual viewer mode. That is where you want to go, and you click it. When you click it, it gives you a dual mode. You have your program monitor, and then you have your preview monitor, program monitor. So if I play this, right, it plays from here, right? And then this one here plays back what I have on my timeline. So as you can see, it's playing, but if I come here to play from the timeline, this is the one that plays, okay? So this is a better way to view your footage. So if I click this one here, let's see, I see this, and then from here I can easily do my cut, okay? So let's say you shot on 4K, but your computer is not very powerful, it's not very strong, whereby when you play, your footage is lacking, you know, it's playing and stopping. There's a way that you can solve that out. Now, one of the way you can do that is to edit in proxy, right? You create proxy files. I'm going to do a dedicated video for that, how to create proxy in DaVinci. But another way which you can do it is just to come to your playback option here. When you click it, you come to timeline proxy resolution, right? And then you can drop it to quarter, right? You play on quarter, it drops the quality of your footage immediately, but it doesn't affect your footage when you export. It just affects the playback so that you have a little bit more space. And then you also come to render cache and move it from none to smart. Yeah, once you do that, your footage will be able to play much better. So it's very important that you know shortcuts also in DaVinci. So there's the I and O, which is for in and out. In order to make a selection from your preview monitor, you use the I, which is the in, and then the O for out. So if I want to start my edit from here, I press I, and you see what happens. And then I want to end it here, and I press O. So what happens now when I hover my mouse here, I've got two options here. You can see this is the video icon and this is the audio icon. If I put my mouse here, click and drag, it takes the audio and video. You can see it takes both the audio and video. I'm going to mute the audio. Now it takes both the audio and video, right? And it overlays it on the footage there. But another option, what if I don't want the audio? I just want to take the video because it's like a B-roll. So what you do there is just click this video icon. When you click it and you drag it, you see it takes only the video and leaves the audio. The same way, if you only want the audio and not the video, you click the audio alone and then you drag it to the audio channel. You see, so this is how you can separate your video from your audio. Another thing which you can do, just like we used this one, you see the audio and the video, they are linked together when we dragged it. So but if you come here to this icon here, which looks like a chain, is the link selection, and there's a shortcut to it also. If you click it, which means you deactivated the link. So if you click with that, now you see the audio and the video, they are separate now, and it also affects everything on your timeline. Everything get separated. You see the audio is separate from the video. But what if I want to link them back together so that I don't make any mistake? All you need to do, you just come, you click it here, and then automatically everything is linked back together. As easy as that. Okay, now another thing which I want to show you is how to adjust your clip. Maybe you want to crop your clip, you want to zoom it in, out, you want to do something with your clip. I'm going to show you how to do that now. So let's say we want to do something with this clip which we put here as a b-roll. Let's say we want to zoom it in, to bring it closer. You need to come here to the inspector panel here. When you click it, it opens this. Now there's a lot of things here. You see the video, you see the audio, right? So here you have to click the footage and then you press the inspector. So now I have the inspector. If I start with zoom, now you see what zoom does. I can zoom into my footage, I can zoom out, right? I can zoom in, I can zoom out. Now when I zoom it out, I can decide to put it at the top right corner of my video, and I just use the position X and Y. You see what's happening? I can decide to move it up or move it down to reposition it. And then when I play, you see what it gives me. Right. So this is how you can do a video in video, an easy way you can do a video in video. And also, let's say you want to crop something out and make this footage look much better. You just come here to cropping. Okay, click the footage which you want to crop. So let's say I want to take out a little bit from this portion, from this side, from the right side of the video. I just come here, crop right. You see what happens? It's very easy. DaVinci has actually made a lot of things quite easy. And I can also crop the top of the video, crop the bottom part a little bit and also the left part a little bit and just shape it nicely, and then I can come here and position it properly to fit where I want it to be. So you can see rotation, you can rotate the video however you want to do it. Okay, so you see what I've got here, a nice picture in picture edit. So that's another way, that's a way which you can always display your b-roll. But if I want to undo this and take it back to its original position, you don't need to try to figure out the original position. All you do is to come here to this circular arrow here, you click it, it undoes everything that you did, right? And then my footage is back. So now let me change the way I did the crop. Okay, let's say I want to put the footage, I want to put two footage on the screen. So I can do this. This one is overlaying the other one under. So I just come here and I crop right. Okay, I can do this, crop right, put it halfway, right, put it halfway, and then just put it halfway, and then I can come to this one under, right, the footage under it. What I can do is because I don't want whatever I do to affect the whole clip, I can just cut the portion I want, and for me to cut that, I use the shortcut B, which is the blade mode, right? The blade mode, when you press it, it gives you this razor blade, and it's also here, the icon is here. So I click here and I need to put this my snap, right, so that I can cut on a precise point. I click that. The shortcut for it is N also. So I snap here, I cut here, and I also cut here, right? And once I do that, I click A, which takes me back to this icon. So here now I'm going to click here because this is what I want to adjust. Remember, I have this clip overlaying that, and then I come here and I want to move this footage to the side, right? So I'm gonna move it here. I'm trying to do like a split screen, a simple split screen, in DaVinci. Simple way of doing a split screen. So I have something like this, right? So when I play it, this is what you get. So you can see. So this is what you get. As easy as that. See, it's very, very easy. Trust me, DaVinci, it's very easy to use and quite interesting because everything there is right in your face. one or two shortcuts which I've mentioned is the blade mode, which is B. You hold B and you cut. So if you want to cut your footage, you just put your cursor where you want to cut and you cut, or you just go directly there and you cut. As easy as that. If you want to go back, you press the A. It takes you back to this icon here. If you want to move footage, and an easy way, you can just move it and drag it. Very easy. They have different ways also of cutting, trimming, these are also options which you have here. Another thing is how to add titles to your video. It's very easy with DaVinci. Okay, so you just come here to effects and then you go to titles, right? And then here you've got options. So I'm just going to bring this back to a single screen so we can see properly. You've got options. Once you hover around it, it shows you what happens to your effect. So I'm not going to spend so much time here. Let's just take a simple lower third. Let's just take one simple lower third. Let's say this, and then when you take it, you drag it on your clip right there. When you put it, then you click it. Now you see what happens. This red mark here, right? This red mark, what's happening? You see, with time it turns into blue, right? This is as a result of what we did here when we came to render catch and put it on smart. So what we're telling DaVinci is that when I put an effect, a title on my video, please pre-render it so that it doesn't drag the playback on my video, because my computer it's not very strong. Okay, so that's what happens. So you see now it's blue. Blue means it's been pre-rendered, it's gonna play smoothly. But if you don't do that, it might make your video to jitter, not play smoothly. All right, so as you can see what happens, yeah, it comes up. So now let's edit this the same way. You click the stuff you want to edit, which is this title, and you come to inspector. So when you come to inspector, this is what you see here, right? This is where you edit it, and then you come here to sample text, you click it, and then we're gonna put tutorial. Yeah, we're gonna put tutorial there. You can change the font if you want to change it. You can put whatever font you want to put that works for you. Whatever pleases you, you just change it to that. And you want it to be light, thick, whatever, it's your choice, right? You can also change the color to suit your need. Just do whatever you want to do there. The setting here, you play with it. Size, you can increase your size, reduce your size, whatever. The tracking, everything is right there, right? And then you have the setting option, which also does the zoom thing for you and moves the position around just like it does in your footage. You just play around that and figure out what works for you. So with that, when you come here and you play, you see each time I edit it goes back to red, and when you leave it over time, it becomes blue. All right, so you can see it pre-renders it. So if you play your video from the beginning, this is what you get, right? As simple as that. We can also try something else. Just drag this and put it right here, and then you click it, you come here, sample text, you change it, editing lesson. For example, you can play around your font, whatever you want to put there, you put it there. Let's just look for something simple. We put this one, and there we go. When you play it back, you see it's red. Over time now it's gonna render, pre-render, and then it comes up smoothly. So if your computer is not strong enough and it doesn't render, then it's gonna drag. Okay, you do that. Yeah. Another thing is how do you apply fade in and fade out into your video? It's very simple. You just come, when you put your mouse on your clip, you see this white icon. It shows you at the beginning and the end of your clip. That is what you want to do. When you come to the beginning, you just put your mouse and you drag this back. Okay, and you do the same thing to the end. If you want to fade out this clip, you put that. When you play it, this is what you have. It goes from black into the video, right? It gives you your title, and then it fades out also. As you can see, it fades out into black and comes in with the next video. So it's the same thing you also do with audio. If you want to do it with audio, you come here, you put your mouse and you drag it. The same process, as easy as that, as easy as that, nothing complicated there. Okay. So once you're done with your edit, you can also come to the end and you fade it out, and when it plays, you also do the same to your audio. You fade it out and it goes into black. Exactly. So let's say you finish your edit and you want to export, right? DaVinci, like I said, they try to make things as easy as possible. So there is an icon here which is quick export. When you click it, it already has a default setting. You have the H.264, you have the H.264 Hyperdeck, H.265, the ProRes, YouTube. If you're exporting to YouTube, you can export your thing directly to YouTube by just signing in and putting in your YouTube details. You have the Vimeo, Twitter account, TikTok as a presentation or as a Dropbox when you want to send it. So there's a default setting, but if you don't want to use any of this default setting, that is where you go to the deliver page. That is where you do a proper export of your video. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. Please remember to click the like button, also subscribe to my page, and also please share this video. Thank you very much.